Get 'em, boy!
What are you?
He's a Terran. I am a Denian.
Wait, what? How is Baraka a Denian and Sindel is an Outworlder? Why and what is the point of swapping them around? Does this guy look like he's from a place called Edenia?
Or I was before my Tarkat affliction.
Outworlders.
What the hell is going on? I thought Outworld, Edenia, and Zetera were different realms. Now, out of laziness, NetherRealm Studios has merged 3 realms into one. What do you need Shao Kahn for in the first place? Liu Kang should have been the enemy all this time. He did what Shao Kahn couldn't. He joined the realms together, without a Mortal Kombat tournament, without having to cheat. We get an introduction to Ashra, who mentioned that she was a part of the NetherRealm's Sisterhood of Shadow. The Sisterhood of Shadow. Why are all the men in this game being pushed aside for women to take their place? Kitana takes Liu Kang's place as the champion of Mortal Kombat. Melina takes Goro's place as the champion of Outworld. Shiva takes Goro's place as the prince of the Shokan. Sonya is the commander-in-chief of the Special Forces, and her daughter is the captain who leads in front of men that can't surpass a woman. All the while Jax is struggling with his emotions. Sonya overpowers 2 Kanos. Jade overpowers the leader of Outworld, Kotal Khan. Sindel is ruling Outworld instead of Shao Kahn, and the general male guardsmen are replaced by a tribe of women.
4 female Chicago PD police officers failed to apprehend 1 lone male shoplifting subject during a 4-on-1 cuffing. This embarrassed themselves as well as their police department, putting into question affirmative action practices in policing.
And this weak soy-guzzling bitch takes the place of Raiden. Now listen to this right. You want to put women in positions of power, honor, and glory. So your method of pursuing this is to push the men out of the way and put women in their place. Do you know what you've actually just done? Do you know what you're saying, NetherRealm, when you replace men with women? You're saying that the positions of men is what holds value. You're actually saying that men have the monopoly of value. You're saying that only men are powerful and have glory and dignity, and that without these dignified positions, women are nothing, that women have no value as women. They only have value when they occupy the positions of men. You're saying that women actually have no value on their own unless they're acting like men and are in positions of power like men. Women can disregard their positions and roles and pursue men's positions and roles, because according to NetherRealm Studios, a woman's position and role is not good enough, and the positions and roles of men are much more extravagant. So women being placed in the roles of men makes them better. That's according to NetherRealm Studios. However, women don't need to do what men do or act like men to be honored and dignified. In the Midway era of Mortal Kombat, women were fighting against men and even kicking their asses. There was no sense of feminism or forced women empowerment. We saw a woman of skill who was very effective with her moveset and a very capable fighter. Look at Sonya. From the beginning she's been fighting alongside with men, retaining her femininity, and she's still able to hold her own in a tournament filled with deadly men. She's been kicking ass forever, and no one ever doubted her just because she's a woman. But now, you've got her fighting against 2 Kanos and dropping them both effortlessly. You've got her dominating in a cage match and acting like a man. She's throwing her body at men as if she's not a woman. This guy grabs her, and his face is right where he wants it to be. Obviously, if a woman throws her body at a group of rowdy gangmen like them, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to enjoy it. She can act like this with other women and throw herself into a fight with them. But against men, there's other dimensions to the confrontation. I've got no problem with her beating Johnny Cage here. She's a special forces woman, so she should know how to fight. However, I can't help but notice that the fight is completely one-sided. Sonya and Johnny Cage are in the same situation, but Johnny is the one who's injured and weak, while Sonya is able to get up from being unconscious, suffer no damage at all after a fight with Cabal, and she's freshly pushing Johnny around. The scene of her punching Johnny in the ribs, by the way. This looks like some really slow choreographed boxing or UFC fighting style. This isn't how Sonya fights. Sonya would throw way harder punches, and she'd be doing cartwheels, grabbing her opponent's head with her legs and throw him around like a tornado. Sonya is established as a capable fighter, without having to behave like a man. She doesn't need to behave like a man to be the kick-ass Sonya that we know. The same goes for every female character in Mortal Kombat. They're all capable fighters. None of them have to act like men to have great characters. Except Shiva, maybe. I always saw Shiva as a she-male. I don't blame Johnny too much here, though. If I were him in this situation, I wouldn't throw a hand at Sonya either. Not because she's a woman, but because she's a friend, one of the MK team. Even though she's throwing her hands at him, but maybe it doesn't hurt.
Well, what are you complaining about then, Napper?
This what you're about to see now. This action bitch who blasts open the steel shutter and she charges in recklessly, shooting in only one direction like a kid who's playing cops and robbers with his friends in the garden. And all the gangmen who are holding machine guns in every direction from her. They're just standing there watching her, waiting to get shot. Any of these mindless droids can simply point and shoot. But no, she prances around like a gymnast and rides all of them like a playground. Maybe they didn't shoot because that's exactly what they wanted. In fact, 2 of them do shoot at her, with 2 handguns and a machine gun. But the bullets don't want to get cancelled by being labeled as misogynist bullets. So they curve around her to score points for women empowerment. Which is not hard, I guess, because there's hardly any curves on her for the bullets to go around in the first place. This male soldier next to her gets crossed off by a bullet. But not her. She's way too badass to be moved by crossfire bullets. She doesn't even need to take cover. She's invisible. The bullets can't see her, obviously. Also, she's so hardcore that her futuristic handguns don't even need reloading. Every time the clips are about to empty, the guns automatically download another magazine of bullets. She doesn't even have to press X to reload. That's how hardcore she is.
But Napper, she does get shot by a bullet. You obviously don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see that, Gehan. Not only does she finally get hit by a bullet, but it had to be from a minigun. She got clipped by about 20 bullets here. Her arm should be hanging off by its veins. But no, she's okay because she's such a hardcore badass. Johnny got shot by 1 bullet, and he's groveling on the floor, begging for someone to kill him. He's obviously not Rambo like Crystal here. And of course, a younger Sonya is beating the shit out of young Kano. Which is valid, by the way. But she overpowers the second one as well. She overpowers the young and strong Kano, and the old and experienced Kano. I'm gonna give a pass to this kick that she does to put the Elder Kano on his ass. Because this kick is exactly what Sonya would do, and it actually looked badass. But I'm not accepting that a younger and less experienced Sonya can take on two Kanos. This is clearly illogical. So according to your approach, Netherrealm, women are only honored when they're assigned as men, meaning it's you who thinks that men have privileges and are better than women. Instead of honoring the women with their own merits, you've actually completely degraded women in this game. Why are women set to aspire to be like men, instead of developing their own paths of character development? Sindel was already a queen. She doesn't have to act like a man, and doesn't have to confront men like a man. She should simply snap her fingers and have servants ready to carry out her commands. That's the stature of a queen. Kitana is not the one to confront Shao Kahn and win. If she could have done this, then Liu Kang never had anything to worry about. Mortal Kombat 2 didn't even need to happen, because 5'2" petite Kitana can wave her magical fans to completely overwhelm a ferocious soldiering behemoth who swings his big fuck-off hammer like a Beyblade. Look at his fucking hammer. It looks like a 3x1 cubic feet of solid steel. That weighs over 1,000 pounds. And look how this beast fights. How overpowering and dominant he is. Do you really think petite Kitana can take on this monster by herself? I don't even think Liu Kang, the champion of Mortal Kombat, can do it by himself, without some kind of help or miracle. And if you thought this Shao Kahn was hard, look how he fights when he gets angry. The aggression is turned up to 100. There's no escape from this Goliath. Look at the size of that fucking mega hammer, son. Come get me. You missed. Missed again. Oh, missed again. No. Damn, that was close. Intense. No one's overpowering this guy. Not even Goro, Kintaro, or Motaro. These mega beasts were sub-bosses for a reason. Because Shao Kahn is the actual nightmare behind them. You can only hope to throw something at him and try to beat him with a death by 1,000 cuts. You're not gonna stand toe-to-toe with Shao Kahn. He'll slap you out of his face like you're a paper bag. I bet you Shao Kahn could fight with dinosaurs and make them run for their lives. Now look at him. An unstoppable man who can't be contained or controlled, reduced to standing silently, being bossed around by a woman and asking for permission to speak.
May I speak freely, Your Majesty?
Again with this? If you must.
Sindel wouldn't be able to do this with the Shaolin monk's Shao Kahn.
As I said, all within this realm serve my will, even those that seek to betray me. There is something in you that makes me feel like a conqueror again.
How can we defeat you? Your plans of conquering are over.
Earth realm will be mine. It will fall as easily as Kombat.
Fucking watching Shao Kahn makes me want to break out of my own monotonous routine and go out on an adventure to conquer the world with my own endeavors. This is the bold and courageous inspiration that only men can understand.
Napper, tone it down. You're a misogynist fuck.
You what, you little bastard? Say that to my fucking face, you pussy!
Napper, just shut the hell up.
Fuck this, you little bastard. I'm gonna fuck
No,
you up
Napper,
today.
not the
Come
face.
here, you little bitch. Shut your fucking face! You spineless,
think I am? I am Shao Kahn! Fucking fight! You weak piece of shit!